In this week's episode of Working with Evernote, I'm going to show you the quickest ways to capture your notes into Evernote. Hello and welcome to episode 90 of my Working with Evernote series. My name is Carl Pauline, and in this week's episode I want to show you a couple of ways of getting notes quickly into Evernote. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to show you this is because maybe over a year ago now, I showed how to use if this then that, so IFTTT applications to actually capture notes. Now, in a couple of years ago, this IFTTT application had separate apps. It had a do, it had a camera, it had something else, and they were all separate apps. But about 6 to 8 months ago, if this then that brought them all together within their native application. And so a lot of people have been asking questions about how do you get this particular application back onto their phones, or in particular the iPhone. So I thought I would do an episode today and show you how to quickly capture tasks into Evernote. And while I'm doing that, what I want to show you is just a number of some amazing if this then that recipes that you can actually use with Evernote. Now, I do know there's also Zapiers that you can use, which are just as good. So you have a wonderful array of choices out there. You can use if this then that, which is what I use, or you can use Zapiers, which I've had a look at. But as there's so many similarities between that and if this then that, I thought there's no point in changing. So it's really up to you which one you use. But I would say that for the whole point of using Evernote is to be able to capture your ideas and capture your notes as quickly as you possibly can. So using free tools like this to get those notes into Evernote is one of the things that is well worth spending a little bit of time researching. So today we're going to have a look at some of those, and hopefully they'll give you some ideas and a lot more speed at catching notes. Now, before we go into Evernote, I just would like to say, if you like this episode, please click on the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. Okay, let's get into Evernote and I'll show you what I mean. Before we get started, let me show you how to set this up on your iPhone. So essentially what we've got here is the IFTTT widget, as we call it on the iPhone. I guess it will be called a widget on your device. And then you can just quickly add a note by clicking that. So hello, this is a new note that I can send to Evernote. Hit the green button, bang, off it goes. And it gets sent straight away to your Evernote account. So that's how to use it on your iPhone or any mobile device. You're just using this on the widget on Android devices, and it's actually specifically for the IFTTT app on your mobile device. So all you need to do is to go into settings and just set that up in your widgets area of your iPhone or indeed your Android device. So as I mentioned before, the if this then that website, if you do the search for Evernote, just go up here and you can search for Evernote. Then if you look in here, you've got some amazing widgets that you can add. And Evernote have added them in themselves. So there's some really good ones like get an email when Evernote publishes a new trigger or action. There's all sorts. Get an email when a new Evernote applet is published. Create a draft in your Gmail when you add a new note. There's all sorts of things. Keep track of SoundCloud likes in a notebook. As I've gone through these before, there are so many amazing recipes that you can use. So when we go into Evernote here, there are some other ones that you can use from the desktop to actually get your notes quickly into Evernote. Now, the biggest one for me is if we go back into the website is the applet that you can add the additional extension, I think is that we call it, for your Chrome or for Safari. I'm using Safari here. All you need to do is quickly save, and bang, that will get sent, clipped as we call it, straight to your Evernote account. So that's a really quick way, usually the quickest way to do it. But equally, you also have, when you install Evernote, you get the Evernote little icon up here. You can click on that, and I can type, this is a new note, and I can add that in there, and I can just quickly save that to Evernote. Bang, off it goes. Now, if I go into my inbox now, as you can see, if this, then that has already been saved into my Evernote. And also here, what I can do is, if you go into the I button up here, I can now go to the view site. So you can actually get access to the site very quickly, or you can just do it here. This new note, bang, is straight in there. So you've got that from your desktop up here. And you've also got many different ways. And as I said in the introduction, the key really with using Evernote is setting up your devices so that you have the fastest way possible to capture your ideas as and when they hit. So a bit of a short episode today. What I would suggest you do is, if you're either into Zappiers or you're into if this then that, then download as many of the applications onto all your devices as you can and get them set up with your Evernote account. Of course, one of the ones I didn't mention, for those of you using an iPhone 6S or newer, you've also got 3D Touch, which I haven't shown, but that one is another very fast way of getting your notes into Evernote, and of course emailing notes into Evernote as well, which I've also done an episode in the past on. Okay, thank you very much for watching this episode. It just remains for me now to wish you all a very productive week.